Hello everyone. Now I made a video a few days ago just putting out there the allegations put out against Zero, what the allegations were, Zero's confessions and whatnot. A lot of people got to be informed, which I'm really grateful for. I want everyone to be informed of the situation so there's no misinformation going around, which unfortunately there is, so I want to do my part to clear that up. So I decided that I was also going to make a video on NRG Nairo. Well, I suppose no longer NRG, but Nairo. And I think I'm going to make a few more videos on different allegations, again, just to keep people in the YouTube scene informed as to what's going on. So I'm going to start with a post that Nairo made at 6:48 p.m. on July 1st. That's where the story starts. Now, obviously, somebody sent a message to Captain Zack. Rumors were going around about Captain Zack and Nairo potentially doing something a few years ago. Captain Zack, replying to a user called a Scraffpunk, says, "Someone sent me this tweet. I'm supposing this is about the allegations." Now, unfortunately, the Nairo situation is a little bit more confusing than the Zero situation. Nairo has made his tweets inaccessible, and certain tweets have been deleted, so getting the information was harder this time around, so especially this beginning part. But anyway, continuing on, I'll pop it up on the screen. Captain Zack says to Scraffpunk, "Someone sent me this tweet. I'm going to address this once and only once. This was a story I made up to impress my friends a long time ago. I know how messed up it was to do so, and he got community leaders involved. I've already atoned for this mistake, and we've moved on. Move on." Now, Nairo says in response to this, "The rumor posted about me today isn't true. I confronted Zack about last year and was extremely furious when he admitted it to me. I went through the proper channels and reported it privately to community leaders. It's mentally exhausting dealing with this because it's been a year." He also adds in a tweet 2 hours later, he says, "Just clarifying because I'm seeing confusion in the last line. I handled the situation a whole year ago. The rumor itself is multiple years old, and Zack had said he had been trying to squash it since it got out, but people talk. But we handled it, so it just doesn't need to continue." And so at this point, people in the community thought, okay, so whatever was going on between Captain Zack and Nairo, the rumors of it, they're not true. However, the next day, July 2nd, 2020, Captain Zack released a tweet longer, and the title of it is, "I'm tired of living a life full of lies." And this just rocked the community. And I'm going to read that tweet longer. "If you're a family member of mine, do not read this post. I am not ready to talk about this stuff with you. I don't know if I'll ever be. I started playing in Smash tournaments when I was 12 years old. 3 years later, when I was 15 years old, I had my first sexual encounter at a Smash tournament. CEO Dreamland 2017 Friday night, April 14th, was the first time anything happened with Nairo, him being 20 years old at the time. Luckily, I recorded all of my actions with someone on Discord. They're verifiable with timestamps that coincide with others who I had messaged. I am not posting this with the intention of canceling Nairo. I simply wish to tell the truth about what happened. Even though in these messages I am the one initiating, I would just like to remind you I was 15 years old at the time. Nairo was 20, going on 21. I am not going to be manipulated into feeling like this was my fault any longer. Warning graphic." He then links his pictures of the Discord among some other evidence that he has, and I will be reading all of those as soon as I'm finished with this tweet longer, because there are a lot of messages, a lot of them. That's going to take a while, but let's finish the tweet longer. "This album contains all of the evidence I have to share with everyone. I have asked for the consent of all persons I have screenshotted the conversations of, and blurred their names and profile pictures out. I described all of the events that transpired during the weekend of CEO Dreamland, and verified the actions with other references, a tweet, message, etc. This album also contains all of the evidence that I have of Nairo and his brother sending me money to keep me quiet through PayPal. They attempted to use a fake PayPal name in hopes no one else would be able to track the money back to them. However, I can verify that the Jeremy Toga PayPal was indeed Nairo's account by matching up the amount of money I had asked for with text messages with Nairo. I was told that by doing my part, by not telling anyone about our relations, I'd receive financial help from him. The first $2,000 that I was sent was equal to the amount that I would have received from my sponsorship had I not been dropped. This was after the Ally situation came to light. Nairo immediately started calling me because some people were trying to bring our situation to light. These are the July phone logs. The second phone logs, August 13th, are confirmation of him sending the $2,000 after calling me on the phone. We start using phone calls as our only means of communication, and he told me to delete my messages with him on every platform. My screenshots of the calls on Messenger are 1, because I haven't repaid my phone bill, so I only have Wi-Fi available on my phone, no cellular service. 2, the only messages I currently have of our Messenger conversations. He called me today around 12:40 p.m. and told me about @ScraftPunk's Twitter post. He told me to reply to the tweet, what I did. Number 3, he called me right after he posted his tweet, then proceeded to repeatedly call me after I did not pick up his call. Nairo did not run his exact wording by me for this tweet, and he painted me to be something completely different than what he told me he would say. And then Captain Zack links the tweet. Nairo has made it so his Twitter, either he deleted it and made a new one, or his old one is no longer publicly available. So unfortunately, I can't pop that up. I'm going to do some digging. I should be able to pop up the tweet, though. Continuing on. I'm tired of living a life full of lies. I'm tired of covering up for someone else's mistakes. I would like to say, however, that I never once threatened Nairo with coming public about my relations with him. The only reason I am saying my truth now is because I can't take it anymore. The stress of having this experience weighing on me for 3 years of my life is just too much for me to bear. I would like to deeply apologize for lying to you with all my past tweets today, and I just ask for your forgiveness. I do not want to cancel Nairo, nor do I wish him ill in the slightest. I just want to live the truth. And so that is Captain Zack's tweet longer. Now, due to the sexual nature of those messages, I have opted not to read them. I'm sure I can show on screen Captain Zack's proof that he was given money by Nairo, and so I'll pop that up on screen. But shortly thereafter, he released his tweet longer. Nairo did confess on his Twitter, and I'm actually going to go ahead and read Nairo's confession. I'll also pop up a picture of what I was able to gather. I'm not making excuses. My behavior was wrong. I was wrong. I messed up tremendously. To Zack, I apologize for making you feel like you had to carry a burden all these years. That is not fair to you. I am truly sorry. I am taking some time for self-reflection, and I am committed to getting help. I need to get better, grow, and learn. As a result, I will not be active on social media. I betrayed the people who trusted and depended upon me, the NRG esports staff who helped me professionally, and, more importantly, the community who has supported and looked up to me for all these years. I failed you all. I am sorry. And so that is his confession. Now, there was some concern for Nairo on social media since he disappeared for a little bit. I'm going to pop up some pictures from Sam Sora because for a little bit, Sam Sora was concerned that Nairo might be considering some self-harm or even suicide. I'll pop it up. Here's the first message. He says, "I've been just staring at the message. First time Nairo ever addressed me by my first name." And it's on a messenger. He messages him saying, "Sorry, goodbye, Ezra." Fortunately, later that same day, he releases another tweet and he says, "Message Nairo. He is fine and safe from self-harm." But for a while, there was concern that Nairo might take his own life. And so that is the Nairo allegation and his confession. Again, due to the sexual nature of the Discord messages, I won't be able to read those. I'm concerned YouTube would take them down. I also don't want to read them, but more importantly, again, YouTube's policies, I don't think it would be appropriate. I don't want to ride the line. I will leave a link if you would like to read those yourself, however. Now, I'm going to give my opinion on what I think about the Nairo and Captain Zack situation. My opinion might be a little bit of a hot take, a little bit. I have seen other people expressing this online as well. We'll start with Nairo. I mean, it was wrong. It was stupid. He does deserve punishment. Whether it's, being suspended from Smash tournaments, paying a fine, maybe both. But he knew what he was doing was wrong, and it was a mistake. He shouldn't have done it. So there's no justifying what he did. Even with Captain Zack, egging him on and encouraging him and coming on to him, he should have known better. I will say this for Nairo, though. I will say that at the time, Zack was 15, Nairo was 20. That's only a 5-year difference. I mean, as much as we like to say, oh, that doesn't matter, it actually does. There is a difference between a 20-year-old, sexually interacting with a 15-year-old versus a 15-year-old sexually interacting with a 45-year-old man or something. There's a big difference. Nairo himself, again, while he knew better, ultimately he himself was young at the time anyways. So, still wrong. But it was a stupid mistake that he made. Now that I've talked about Nairo, I'm going to move on to Captain Zack. Now, for Captain Zack, the first thing that comes to mind when I hear this story is, there's a saying, "You fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, shame on me." And that's immediately what comes to my mind when I think of the situation with Captain Zack. The first time there was the Captain Zack and Ally situation where the two were together secretly. Captain Zack had Ally drop games and rigging matches. And so the first time I heard about that, it's like, oh, well, that's unfortunate, but Captain Zack was a minor. Now, with the second situation with Nairo, my thoughts on Captain Zack currently are this. Might be a hot take. So Captain Zack is a victim, but only from a legal perspective. From our law and legal perspective, he's a victim. In every other way, I would not call Captain Zack a victim. I think if he were just a few years older, I don't even think our community would consider him to be a victim. Captain Zack forced Ally to drop games and lose matches. He accepted extortion money from Nairo. So here Captain Zack is guilty of extortion. He's guilty of pressuring players to lose matches. Captain Zack sexually interacted with these individuals when he was under 18 and then used that as leverage against them. While Captain Zack is a victim in a legal sense, I think Captain Zack is also a perpetrator. Again, extortion, rigging games, forcing somebody to lose. These are some very serious crimes. And so, again, I do not think Captain Zack is innocent in any of this. Again, he is a victim from a legal perspective. But otherwise, it's obvious to me that Nairo is a perpetrator, and Captain Zack is also a perpetrator. And in my opinion, they victimize each other. Nairo victimized Captain Zack for his age, and Captain Zack victimized Nairo also for his age. He used it as grounds for extortion, to extort money. He accepted money from Nairo, and then he turned around and outed him anyways. Imagine accepting extortion money, accepting thousands of dollars to keep your mouth shut, and then opening your mouth anyways. That is what Captain Zack. So that might be a hot take, but that's my opinion on the matter. And really, that's all I have to say in the situation. I have to say, I think that the Nairo situation is a lot more tragic. A lot more tragic than the Zero situation. Because Zero said some stupid things, but Zero didn't actually interact with any of the minors. Whereas Nairo, unfortunately, did. And so that is a shame. That's going to be it for this video. I'm thinking about releasing other videos like this. They will be going into more detail for this one. I made the exception. The sexually explicit messages, I just could not read them without having to worry about the video being taken down by YouTube. But generally, I'll be able to read all the messages for future videos. I'm thinking about making other content, maybe making a tier list video. If you guys are interested, leave some comments below saying, oh, that's a good idea or that's a bad idea. I appreciate feedback. I appreciate anyone who's liked my videos, anyone who's subscribed. It really motivates me to keep doing this. I hope you're having a great day and a great life. And I hope to see you in another video. Thank you for watching.